Next in the championship cases, we have William Byron. Byron has the most wins in the Cup Series this year, but of course we're going to do the championship case for him. I'm going to go through all those numbers here in a bit. We will be doing this championship case for all 16 drivers. We've gone through Truex and Hamlin already. I made a playlist. Go check that out in my playlist section. We will do this, as I said, for all 16. I will start these up again on Monday, so look forward to those. We will do 5 next week, 5 after Watkins Glen, and then once the playoff field is set, we will finish it off that week after Daytona. So yes, William Byron, it has been a career year for William Byron. 4 wins this season. That first one coming at Las Vegas. I was there, actually. Then the second one was at Phoenix the very next week. And then he won at Darlington in that beautiful Jeff Gordon throwback car. And then he also won at Atlanta in a rain-shortened race, which I was also at. I went from never seeing the 24 win in my life to seeing him win, or the 24 win twice in a season. I'm a big Jeff Gordon fan, so yeah, that was pretty cool. But yes, William Byron, a career year, as I said, 4 wins, 8 top 5s, 11 top 10s. He has 7 stage wins, but of course, remember, he did lose a few playoff points due to a penalty that he received from NASCAR. He has 30 playoff points to his name, as I said with Hamlin and Truex, and as I'm going to say with everything else, or everyone else, no such thing as too many playoff points. You need as many as possible. There's no such thing as too much, as we saw with Kevin Harvick back in 2020. So let's look at the schedule. Let's talk about William Byron. How is he going to do in these playoffs? And let's look at the schedule. So for this first round, we got Darlington, Kansas, and Bristol. Darlington, he is the most recent winner at. Kansas is a track that he has run well at before. And then Bristol is a track that I think he ran top 5. I think it was last year he ran top 5 there. So this first round with the points, with it being 16 guys, Darlington being his best track, I expect him to get through this round pretty easily. It would take a pretty big problem for him to not advance out of this round. Then we got the second round of Texas, Talladega, and the Roval. This is a tricky round. Texas could be a wild card if the tires are crap like last year, but they did do a tire test over the summer, so you never know. Talladega is a super speedway, and the Roval is chaotic. So this is the round I'm most concerned about for Byron. Texas, he's been decent at. I think last year he was running top 5. Then he, of course, had that incident with Hamlin. So he ran well in this race last year. So, if he can run top 10 there, but Hendrick's been kind of inconsistent as of recent. Some weeks Byron will be top 5 competing for the win. Next week he'll be in the 20s. So, in that first stint of the year, that first, let's call it 10 races, he was on fire, won 3 races, was competing for the win almost every week. But through the summer stretch, it's not been as bad as last summer. Last summer when Byron went like 18 straight races without a top 10, it has not been that bad. Byron, of course, won at Atlanta over the summer, but once again, he's still been inconsistent. So for me, I need to see that consistency level go up in order to be more confident in them making it out of this round. I'm not saying that he's going to get eliminated. I think he can survive this round, run top 10 at Texas, survive Talladega, and then the Roval, just keep the car in one piece and your bonus points included. You should be fine. But, there's always the chaos of what if someone below the cutoff line wins at Talladega or the Roval, or what if 2 guys below the cutoff line win? Then that's where it gets a little bit chaotic. So, William Byron, I think he should make it out, but this could be a round that trips him up. And if he didn't do this last year, I would have brought this up, but last year was the first time he made the round of 8. So if he had not yet made the round of 8, I would have been a little bit more concerned, but now that he has that experience, I think that helps him. As for this round of 8, this is a dream scenario for William Byron. He's the most recent winner at Las Vegas. He has a win at Homestead in his career. In Martinsville, he has a win at with the next-gen car. Byron, I expect to be competitive at Vegas once again. He dominated that race in the spring, led like 170-something out of the 267 laps. Martinsville, last spring, he led like 300 laps or something. Those 2 tracks he's had dominant performances at in the last year or two. Then there's Homestead in the middle. He should run well there, I think, but you don't know. We've only had one race there in the next-gen car. But yes, this round is much more favorable for Byron. Martinsville has a strong history with the number 24 car, as I'm sure you are all aware. Byron's the most recent winner at Vegas, as I said. I think if he can run top 5 in those races, collect stage points, and then run top 10 at Homestead with his bonus points, surely that should be enough. But I think he's going to be in contention to win at least 2 of these races, and I think that's going to help him out. Getting those stage points, assuming there's no late race chaos, finishing the top 5, top 10 at worst, I think he can advance to Phoenix. And Phoenix, oh boy, here's where it gets interesting. William Byron is the most recent winner at Phoenix. Hendrick Motorsports dominated this race in the spring with Kyle Larson and William Byron. Byron, they played the strategy right there at the end. It was late race restart, but Byron was one of the 3 best cars that day. It was him, Larson, and Kevin Harvick. I think that William Byron, I expect him to contend for that win again, and that's all you need. It's one race shootout. As I said with everyone else, the top 3 could wreck on lap 1. You just got to make it to lap 2, but realistically, I think he would be a top 2 favorite if he were to make the championship 4. If it were him, Hamlin, Truex, and let's throw Ross Chastain in there, I guess, I think Byron would be the second favorite behind Martin Truex Jr. as things are right now. Obviously, things could change over the playoffs, but William Byron's the most recent winner. He ran great there in the spring, led a bunch of laps. I think he could be a top contender in this thing, and I think that's why he has to get to the championship 4. This could be the year. We've seen 2 of his teammates, Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott, make the championship 4 in their first attempt into the championship 4, win it. So Byron looking to become the 3rd Hendrick driver to make the championship 4 and win in their first attempt. And I think he's got a great shot. So William Byron, it's that first round he should be fine. That second round could get a little tricky. But as for the round of 8, I like that round for him, the way it lines up. And then the championship, it's at Phoenix. He's the most recent winner there. Hendrick was very good there in the fall, but once again, they've been a little streaky as of recently, and I like to see them pick up the consistency, but if they can get that speed back that they had back in the spring, Byron will be the favorite, or at least the second favorite. So, yeah, William Byron, that is his championship case. I will see you guys again on Monday with these things. I don't know who yet. We're going to wait for the championship order to shuffle up a bit, see who's 4th in line. But yeah, tomorrow, Cup Series qualifying at Indy. I'm going to do a qualifying report. I've already done in the community post some polls for you guys to look at. And then Sunday, we got the Indianapolis Road Course. It should be a fun one. I'll be back here for that. This was pre-recorded yesterday. So, yeah, but thank you guys all for watching William Byron. It's been quite a career year for him. Can he get the championship this year? I, as a Gordon fan, would love to see the 24 win a championship again, but you never know. So it's going to be exciting. Should be fun, but with this format, you never know.